Hey, ever feel like you're in a constant battle with your own body when it comes to weight?
Oh, definitely.
You're hitting the gym, maybe even watching what you eat, but those cravings still creep in, right?
Yep.
Your energy dips midday, and the scale just stalls. It's beyond frustrating.
It really is. Hitting that wall is tough.
Well, we've been digging into something that's creating a bit of buzz, actually. A natural approach that aims to work with your body and not against it. It's called SeroBurn.
Ah, yes, SeroBurn. What's quite interesting about it, but from the information we have, is its dual focus.
Dual focus. How so?
Well, it's not just about, firing up your system with stimulants like some products.
Right.
The design seems to be about supporting your metabolism, how your body uses fuel, and influencing your serotonin levels.
Serotonin. Okay, that's the mood and appetite chemical, isn't it?
Exactly. A really fascinating neurotransmitter. It plays a big role in how happy we feel, but also, crucially, in how we regulate appetite.
Okay, so let's break this down then. SeroBurn is positioned as a natural weight management supplement.
Correct.
So think of your metabolism like an engine. The idea here is that SeroBurn helps tune that engine to run a bit more efficiently, burn calories better.
That seems to be the claim, yes. Supporting that metabolic rate.
And the serotonin part. That's where it gets, well, really compelling, I think.
It is. Serotonin acts like your body's natural feel-good signal, but it also tells you when you're full, when you're satisfied after eating.
Ah, okay. So the theory is by supporting healthy serotonin levels, SeroBurn might help dial down those emotional eating urges.
Precisely. And those really intense cravings for, say, carbs or sugary stuff that can totally derail your efforts.
Which so many people struggle with, myself included sometimes.
We all do. So if you look at the bigger picture, these two actions, boosting metabolism and balancing serotonin, could potentially create a positive cycle.
How so?
A more efficient metabolism might help burn fat for energy, maybe leading to more energy for activity.
Makes sense.
And if you're managing those emotional triggers for overeating better, you're naturally more likely to stay in a calorie deficit.
Which is fundamentally what you need for healthy weight loss, right?
Absolutely. It's the cornerstone.
And something else that stood out in the information is how SeroBurn is presented. It's specifically highlighted as a non-stimulant formula.
Yeah, that's a key point. We all know that jittery, kind of wired feelings some weight loss aids can give you.
Ugh, followed by that awful crash later.
Exactly. This aims to avoid that, to work more gently, more in sync with your body's own processes.
Plus, it's described as non-habit forming. That suggests it's designed for, like, sustainable support rather than a quick fix you might get dependent on.
Which is important for long-term health goals.
Definitely. Now, when we talk supplements, quality, manufacturing, that's always a concern, isn't it?
It absolutely should be. The information does emphasize that SeroBurn is made in USA
Okay.
and produced in an FDA-approved facility that follows good manufacturing practices, or GMP.
Right, GMP. So those certifications suggest a certain level of quality control and oversight in how it's made.
They do. It offers some reassurance about the production standards.
And for people paying close attention to what's in their supplements, it's also highlighted as being 100% natural, non-GMO, and even gluten-free.
Which could be a really significant plus for individuals with specific dietary needs or those just looking for a cleaner, more natural option.
Yeah, definitely broadens the appeal. So let's dive a bit deeper into how it claims to work. That serotonin boost seems central.
It really does. As we mentioned, serotonin is thought to influence satiety, that feeling of fullness.
Right.
So by potentially increasing serotonin activity, the aim is to help you feel satisfied with maybe smaller portions
Okay.
and reduce that urge to eat because of stress or boredom rather than actual physical hunger.
Yeah, think about those moments reaching for a snack, not because you're hungry, but because, I don't know, you're stressed or just need comfort food.
Exactly. If SeroBurn can actually help modulate those emotional triggers for appetite, well, that could be a real game changer for a lot of people.
It really could. And then there's the metabolic support piece.
Right. Metabolism, that whole complex process of converting food into energy. The claim here is that SeroBurn helps optimize this process, make it more efficient.
Leading to more calorie burning and maybe more energy during the day, especially when you're active.
That's the idea. More efficient energy production and use.
The mention of 247 support was interesting too. What's that about?
It implies it's designed to work continuously, kind of with your body's natural rhythms, day and night.
Not just a daytime boost.
Apparently not. It could mean supporting metabolism and appetite control around the clock.
which might contribute to more consistent fat burning and just feeling better overall, I suppose.
Potentially, yes. Consistent support.
So what's actually in it? The
Well,
ingredients.
the detailed specific list isn't provided in the info we reviewed.
Ah, okay.
But the key takeaway is the strong emphasis on plant-based ingredients,
Right.
and the formula being described repeatedly as all natural.
So it aligns with that whole natural approach message.
It does. It reinforces this idea of working with your body, not forcing it. The goals mentioned are, again, effective weight loss support, enhanced serotonin, increased energy, that 247 metabolic support.
All through a formula that's free from stimulants.
Exactly. That seems to be the core promise.
Okay, so we've heard the claims, the proposed mechanisms, but what are real people actually saying? Customer reviews can be so revealing, can't they?
They really can. And these are noted as being from verified purchases, which adds a layer of credibility. Suggests genuine experiences.
Good point. Let's look at Sarah's feedback first.
All right, Sarah. She specifically mentioned fewer cravings, especially for carbs. That's a big one for many.
Definitely.
She also felt she had better control over her hunger, which made weight loss easier, and she noticed more energy.
So her experience seems to line up pretty well with the product's stated aims.
It does, yeah. Reduced cravings, hunger control, energy. Checks those boxes.
Then there's David. He used some strong words, called it a game changer.
That's significant praise. He reported losing 27 pounds.
Wow, 27 pounds is substantial.
It is. But maybe even more importantly, he highlighted his ability to maintain that loss.
Ah, maintenance. That's often the hardest part, isn't it?
It truly is. So his experience there is quite compelling. And he mentioned feeling more confident, which is a great outcome.
Absolutely. And Emily's story. Also quite powerful, it seems.
Very. She reported losing over 42 pounds.
Over 42.
And she stressed that she's kept it off without feeling jittery. That reinforces the non-stimulant claim.
Right, no jitters. She called it life-transforming. That's quite an endorsement.
It really stands out, doesn't it?
Okay, let's talk extras. Who doesn't appreciate a little bonus? It looks like SeroBurn offers some freebies with multi-bottle orders.
That's right. If you go for the 3-bottle package, the information states you get 1 free bottle of something called SeroBurn PM.
SeroBurn PM, so a nighttime version.
Exactly. A separate formula specifically designed for the evening. It targets appetite suppression then, those late-night sugar cravings.
Oh, the dreaded late-night craving.
And it even claims to support fat burning while you sleep. It's an interesting concept, that round-the-clock support.
It is. And if you buy the bigger 6-bottle package.
Then you get 2 free bottles of SeroBurn PM.
Okay, so it seems they're really trying to provide comprehensive support day and night, especially with the larger packages.
That appears to be the strategy, yes.
Now, something really important when looking at any product like this, especially for health, guarantees. What about that?
A very crucial point. SeroBurn comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee.
60 days? That seems pretty generous.
It does. And they state it's a full, hassle-free refund, even if you've used up the bottles.
Even empty bottle.
That's what the information says. If you're not completely satisfied within that 60-day window, you contact customer support for a refund.
Wow, that really lowers the barrier to entry, doesn't it? Makes it feel less risky to try.
It certainly does. It suggests they have a strong belief in their product and want customers to feel confident trying it out. It's essentially a risk-free trial period.
Okay, so let's quickly summarize then. Based on everything we've looked at, what are the main potential upsides, the pros?
Well, the potential positives seem quite clear. The natural plant-based ingredients are a big one.
Right.
The focus on serotonin for appetite and cravings. That's interesting. The non-stimulant, non-habit-forming aspect is appealing. It's aimed to support healthy weight loss and metabolism generally. And of course, that 60-day money-back guarantee is a significant pro.
Okay. And what about the other side? Any potential downsides or limitations mentioned?
A few things are noted. As with pretty much any supplement, individual results can vary. What works wonders for one person might not for another.
True. Very true.
It's also mentioned that it's currently only available through their official website, so you can't just pick it up anywhere.
Ah, okay. Limited availability.
And crucially, and this is vital, they advise that anyone pregnant, nursing, or with existing medical conditions absolutely needs to consult their doctor first.
Yes, that's non-negotiable, really. Essential advice. So, thinking about all this, who might find SeroBurn potentially useful? Who is it aimed at?
According to the information provided, it seems targeted towards several groups. People actively struggling to lose weight, obviously.
Makes sense.
Those who recognize that emotional eating is a big hurdle for them. People dealing with low energy levels.
Mm-hmm.
And individuals specifically looking for a more sustainable, natural approach, maybe trying to avoid stimulants or quick fixes.
It also mentioned busy people, maybe because it's just a supplement to take.
Possibly, yeah. Easy to integrate. Also, people who battle sugar cravings specifically.
Okay.
Individuals looking for better mood control as it relates to their eating habits that serotonin link again.
Right.
And just generally those who prefer natural supplements over synthetic ones.
It's interesting how it's positioned against common weight loss struggles.
Yes, the information lists typical challenges it claims to help with, like constant hunger.
The serotonin promoting fullness idea?
Exactly. Or emotional eating.
Again, the serotonin potentially regulating those urges.
Right. Sluggish metabolism.
Where it claims to support a more efficient calorie burn.
Lack of energy.
The metabolic support potentially boosting energy levels.
Mood swings affecting eating.
Serotonin's role in mood stabilization.
Difficulty with sustainable weight loss.
Addressed by the non-stimulant, potentially long-term approach.
Those pesky nighttime cravings.
Which is where the SeroBurn PM bonus comes in.
Inconsistent results from other methods. Maybe reliance on stimulants elsewhere. It seems to position itself as an alternative solution to these common roadblocks.
Okay, this has been quite a detailed look. Now, before we wrap up, we absolutely must underscore the important considerations and the disclaimer provided with this information.
Yes, paramount. This is not medical advice. We're discussing the information presented, but personalized guidance must come from your own healthcare provider.
Absolutely. The source material explicitly states it's not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.
Always talk to your doctor before making any significant changes to your diet, exercise, or starting any new supplement, including this one.
Couldn't agree more. They also clearly state, as is standard for supplements in the U.S., that the Food and Drug Administration hasn't evaluated the claims made.
Right. And that SeroBurn isn't intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. That's important context.
And it bears repeating one more time. If you are pregnant, nursing, taking any medication, or have any pre-existing medical conditions,
You must consult your physician before even considering using SeroBurn. Your doctor understands your specific health situation.
they also mention the website, content, and product are provided as is and as available.
Which basically encourages you, the consumer, to do your own thorough research.
Yes, and to always verify any health information with your own trusted healthcare providers. Be an active participant in your health decisions.
It really just boils down to being informed and responsible about your health choices.
Okay, so as we conclude this deep dive into SeroBurn, let's quickly recap the highlights.
We look at its natural formulation, the dual focus on metabolism and serotonin,
Right, those user experiences, both the positive results and the maintenance aspect.
and that significant 60-day money-back guarantee, which reduces the initial risk.
So this brings us to a final thought for you, the listener, to ponder.
Considering everything we've discussed, the claims, the approach, the user feedback, what aspects of SeroBurn, if any, resonate most with your own experiences or your weight management goals?
Yeah, and perhaps more importantly, what further questions would you want to ask your doctor if you were thinking about integrating a supplement like this into your routine?
It's all about finding what feels right and safe for you.
Exactly, it's your health journey. So as always, we encourage you to keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep prioritizing your health and well-being.